Now, if you're a fan of the Mandalorian Season 3 like I am, and you've got Mando's N1 Starfighter in LEGO, then when you saw the new season come out and Grogu's little pod get replaced by the Droid port, then you're probably wondering, how do you upgrade your N1 Starfighter to actually fit a astromech droid, and not just a head, but all of it. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Now, to get started, this is going to take a few modifications to the ship, but don't worry, it will come out looking pretty much the same, except it will have a droid port in it this time. So what's going to happen is the first thing you need to do is take out the little red blaster shooter thing from the stud shooter, because I can guarantee if you don't, you're going to end up shooting yourself with it. Then grab 7 pieces from your collection. Now, these may be pieces you have, they are fairly common ones. These 7 pieces are a couple of rounded bricks, as well as 4 rounded mid-size tiles that you'll see where they go, and a 2x2 plate. I've chosen light grey. This can be in any color. Now, the first thing we'll do is get the body of the droid put in place. To do this, we're going to need to change Grogu's little pod area. So first thing to do is take off his pod and then take him out, and then just sit him over here on the wing so that he can watch what's going on. Next is take off the 4 rounded bricks that you get with the set, the 4x2 light grey brick that sits right behind Mando's port, and then take off the large slope with the 4x2 brick as well as the 2x1 brick. Leave those aside because we will use them later. And then take off the 3x2 plate. Now, what's left is this element here. That's where your 2x2 plate sits on top of. And then in behind that, in this little gap, is where you want to put your brown 2x2 rounded tile with a stud, and then grab your 4 rounded bricks as well as the 2 extras and start to add them in to this area here, right behind Mando's port. So we are building up a little bit of a wall behind him. So build that up so it's 2 bricks stacked on top of each other, and then grab your last 2 and attach them onto the 2x2 plate and that weird looking sloped brick. So when you've done that, then you can grab your 4 rounded tiles and attach them on top. Now, I designed this, or at least did it this way, because when we take the legs off of the astromech, in this case I've got a Christmas R2-D2 because R4 hasn't arrived yet, take the legs off, and then the center stud on your rounded tile will allow you to attach an astromech. And not just attach randomly, it will actually let you rotate the astromech a full 360 degrees so that you can actually have a bit of playability with the astromech being able to look around. Now, to fix the rest of this up, we'll grab our sloped tile with a 4x2 brick, reattach that back on there, as well as the 2x1 brick. And there you go, the droid port has been replaced. Now, I did say that we're going to fit the full astromech inside this N1 Starfighter, and to do that, we actually have to store the legs somehow. And to do this, I'm going to add it into the little storage port where we normally keep Mando's jetpack. So I'll take out the jetpack and take Baby Yoda off there, or Grogu if you prefer, and I'm going to flip the N1 Starfighter upside down. To do this, we are going to remove a couple of plates and expand this storage section massively. Now, to start with, take off this dark grey top plate, or this sloped piece, whatever that's called. Take that off, as well as the light grey one, and then take out these 2 white bricks. Just stick them aside because we will use them later. Now, in here as well, take off this front section. This should actually just come off as a whole piece, really. And then from there, there's a little gap just underneath this long tan plate that you can take it off. If the green 2x1 plate comes off with it, that's perfectly fine. Now, in here, you'll see this dark grey plate. The trick is to stick your finger through from the back and just pop that off there. Now we've got quite an expansive area, and you'll just be able to stick this bit off to the side. Now to start putting things back together, you're going to need 2 4x1 plates. These go right in behind the white piece there, this white plate tile thing, whatever type of piece that is, and then stick those in there, then grab your long tan plates and slide those back into place so the ship still has that support. You'll then want to add your white bricks back into their place, which also gives you a good guide as to where this bit goes, and that can slot neatly onto there. Then reattach your light grey and dark grey curved pieces. Now when you flip the ship back over, you'll see a much bigger cavity at the bottom that's got a lot more storage space, where you can actually fit the Darksaber properly, Mando's blasters, his jetpack, the droid's legs, all that sort of stuff can fit inside of here. So I'll just slide the legs in, plenty of storage space in there, and then grab Mando's jetpack, that can sit neatly in there as well, and then slot the cover back on. So now, just before I show you the full thing, or the finished thing, is Baby Yoda, Grogu, whichever you prefer, can't just sit on the wing during space flight, so he actually fits neatly just inside, underneath Mando's chin, which is actually a very cute way of displaying him and putting him in here. So now you've got an astromech, Mando, and Grogu all within the N1 Starfighter, and the entire droid stored within it as well. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and you'll give it a try yourself. If you have, or you will, then leave me a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button if you found value in this and want to see more videos like this. And just before you go, how about checking out this video that YouTube recommends that you might enjoy?